Pennsylvania was one of those toss-up states in the presidential election, and so it was a toss-up game in the Keystone State between Philadelphia and Pittsburgh. Andy Reid's Eagles overtime winners last week against Dallas. Bill Cowher's team has not allowed a touchdown in 20 quarters. Last team to do that, the 76 Steel Curtain. On 4th and 1, Donovan McNabb to Cecil Martin, 9 yards. First down, Philly's second quarter. Then, look at this. The Steelers, after 21 quarters, give up a touch finally. McNabb to Jeff Thomason, and Philly leads at 10-0 early. 318 minutes in how many seconds? 22 seconds, says Bill Cowher. An amazing feat. Congratulations, Steelers defense, but now they're behind. Cordell Stewart, first home start in a long time. And look at the hit by Jeremiah.
Well, Jeremiah Trotter from his middle linebacker position, and look at him lower the boom right there on Burris. That would draw a flag for illegal hit.
Plexico Burris became plexiglass, unfortunately, after that. And Brian Mitchell, a bit of history here with a 32-yard kickoff return late in the second, past Mel Gray, all-time kickoff return yardage. What a big pickup he's been for Philadelphia after his whole career with Washington. Congratulations to Mitchell, 13-6 Eagles at the half. Third quarter, this time famous Amos Zaraway says, I respect you, Mr. Mitchell, but we can cover kicks too at times. 5 minutes left, third quarter. Now it's Pittsburgh down by a touchdown, sending the bus in motion. Look at the block. Jerome Bettis, 19 yards. Bettis, 30 carries, 134 yards, including this 8 yards right here, which ties the game at 13. Still that way early fourth quarter. Watch the Pittsburgh defense as the ball carried by Stanley Wilson Pritchett. But Lee Flowers does not wait to the midnight hour. And Joey Porter having such a big year. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Yes, he was in 20-13. The Steelers. David Green Akers off the upright, no good. And the Eagles down 20-13. Now a field goal. Pittsburgh makes it 23-13. 2.5 to go, but McNabb to Brian Mitchell. Mitchell, 13-yard touchdown, 23-20.
Yeah, and boy, has he made up for the absence of Deuce Staley in a lot of ways.
Now watch this. Everyone in the park knows it's an onside kick. Gerard Cherry falls on it for Philadelphia, but wait, it went 9.5 yards. So they did all the work. They're going to try it again, so certainly Pittsburgh's going to get this one right. No! 2 onside kicks in a row recovered by Philadelphia. Tim Houck falls on it for Andy Reid's Eagles. 6 seconds to go. David Green Akers. 39 yards, good. Tied at 23, we go to overtime. Eagles win the toss. First possession, McNabb to Pritchett. This time, he waits deep until the midnight hour. And in field goal range is David Akers. It's good. 26-23. Philadelphia down 10 with under 3 minutes to go. They win it, and the Eagles have won 2 straight overtime games. They've won 6 of their last 8. So despite the fact that Bettis had the yards on the ground, the Eagles are the ones that win it. Sal Palantonio with record-breaking Brian Mitchell.
2 overtime wins in a row for this team. What does it say about this ball club?
It says this team doesn't quit. We're growing up. All at the beginning of the season, we talked about having a young team. This team is starting to mature, and by winning games like this late in the game, it's showing that.
Were there any doubts when you were down by 10 points in the fourth quarter?
You know, human nature, you have doubts, but I know we can fight back. When we get into a 2-minute style offense, we normally move the ball on anybody, and we did that today, came back and won the football game. Hey, it was a tough-fought game, but we won it.
Philadelphia was pretty much held in check. An amazing win by the Eagles on them. Pretty much held in check, Tommy, from the second quarter on by Pittsburgh's defense. But then Philly trailed by 10 and Pittsburgh went to prevent defense. Philly rolled in for a touchdown. It seemed it took Pittsburgh out of their defensive mode, which was carrying the day to that point.
Well, 2 schools of thought on prevent defense. Number one, as a coach, you don't want to get beat over the top, so you tend to want to sit back, keep everything underneath. But as a player, you understand we've stopped them all day with this defense. We haven't let them get over the top. You feel like you're risking allowing a team to inch their way down the football field. And then special teams for the Eagles, whether it's the return yards, whether it's the field goals by Akers, they do a great job of doing their job in that third of the football team.
Jim Harbaugh's brother, John Harbaugh, is the special team coach for Andy Reid. Team, as you mentioned, figuring out a way to win without their most